the Museum of Military History in Kissimmee, Florida. We just had a beautiful ceremony here with the Buccaneers and their families. Oh, so you're wondering, what is the Buccaneers? Well, we will tell you, but instead of me telling you, we have a very beautiful, beautiful young woman named Jeanne. And Jeanne, so what is the Buccaneers?
Well, it's the 65th Infantry of the Army, and they're all Puerto Rican, and they served their country in the Korean War. So it's very noble and very honorable. And my grandfather actually, he was recognized today with this medal, and it's such an honor for him to be recognized in his service. Unfortunately, he passed away before I was born, but because of all my family and the stories that they've told, and his legacy still lives on. One of the major reasons that I joined ROTC was because of him. So to carry on his legacy and the amazing man that he was and all his service, this is just an honor. So.
Oh, well, I was inspired just hearing you and just, looking at you in your uniform as well. So again, young people out there, I really think that, it's our responsibility to continue their legacies, the legacies of those who fought for our freedom as well. However, I want everybody to see that this is a replica of the Congressional Gold Medal that the Buccaneers, the 65th Infantry from Puerto Rico, received in, it was granted in 2014, but they received this in a congressional ceremony, which I was extremely honored to attend because my boss was a sponsor of the bill in 2016 April. I think your mother has a picture of your grandfather?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what her looks.
Oh, come here, mother. I honestly thought she was her sister because the mother looked so young. Here. So, what is the name of your father?
Miguel Lopez.
Okay, so I would have called him my grandpa, abuelito. So this is my aunt, Tia, and my cousin. So I'm so honored to be here to join everybody in thanking and recognizing your father's service. So thank you again. I will now take you to some people who's going to real Buccaneers themselves. So come on in, let's go to the museum. Walk with me. You can walk with me. Yeah. So, which branch did you say you were going to join?
Navy, but I would be going to college first so that I can.
How old are you?
I'm 18.
Wow.
I just graduated.
18, just like yesterday for me. Okay, but I did want to point out one really special thing about the museum here. Of course, there's tanks here. I was just looking for you. Oh, well, before I sign here, I was just looking for you, Grandpa, because Grandpa Andres received South Korea's Medal of Honor for rescuing, he's a paratrooper, he rescued 100 orphans. And I know, even before you knew about it, the South Korean government was actually looking for you. Yes, can you tell us a little bit about that story?
Well, in 1950, I saw these people in the school.
I think we need to come a little bit closer because I want everybody to hear what he's saying.
There was a fire in the school, and these children were in the second floor. I went to the second floor, I broke a glass, and I started dumping all the children the best I could.
So, again, there was a fire in a school, second floor children were trapped, and so he broke the glass in, and then he started to bring out all the children.
All the children.
100 children.
There was one nun, Catholic nun.
And this wasn't just a school, it was an orphanage.
Catholic, yeah.
Yes. I wonder, because this was 1950, right?
50, July the
1953, right? Yeah.
50.
Oh, in 1950. Yes. I wonder if many of them are alive and no?
No.
The
Only only I saw two grandchildren. That's it. They died.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well, you met their grandchildren,
yeah.
but they all passed away. Oh. Well, at least thanks to you, they lived for a longer time. And they were able to have family and their
I
grandchildren.
appreciate that.
Yes.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much for. I'll come back and sign this, okay? But thank you. Thank you so much, Abuelito. Thank you. I'm going to now take you to amazing. Oh, she's looking for me, but I'm looking for her. Yeah. I'm doing an interview, and I am looking for you because. Okay. So, Commissioner has been volunteering. So she's not here in her capacity as an elected official. She's been volunteering. In fact, she had papers to submit to for re-election tomorrow, but she's here to honor Korean War veterans. And can you explain to us? People don't even know. You were presenting the medals, and we showed the congressional medal that we presented on behalf of the committee to the family, to the granddaughter. But how the committee? What do you do, and why do you do it?
Well, the committee, Rob is part of the committee. We just so love the military, the veterans, the Borinqueños, and so basically what we do is make sure that the legacy continues, and we share their stories and make sure that the legacy must continue. It's such an honor, but now, like speaking with you and earlier and the other gentleman, is just a duty for us. I did not serve in the military, but by gosh, it's only right that I do right by them while they're still here, like you said. And one of the older gentlemen, Borinqueños, that I am aware of right now is 105. Still living.
Where?
He's in Kissimmee. And there's another gentleman, the chaplain, he's 102, and he lives in Brevard County.
Florida.
In Florida.
Okay, I think we need to move down to Florida if you want to live for a long time.
But we actually have the largest amount of Borinqueño veterans here that are still living, the family members that are still here. And back in 2013 when we had the celebration, and that's when we actually met, Rob and I and a few others, we had the most Borinqueños come together, and Governor Rick Scott was there, and he surprised us all because he also gave them the Medal of the State in honor of what they've done for us. So that was the eye-opener, if you will.
I do have to acknowledge and recognize the Puerto Rican community, the committee, the 65th. They are sons and daughters and supporters of the Borinqueños, who really, for how many years, almost 2 decades, worked hard to pass this bill. And I've met so many, and I'm like always in awe because no other community where the young generations have come together to do that. And I really hope and encourage other to do that. Father, I also want to thank you because you brought a proclamation.
Oh, I had to do that because it was such an honor that you're trying to say thank you. You're saying thank you and a tribute to the Borinqueños who I so dearly love. And whatnot is the best way to do it, and giving you that proclamation.
And the proclamation is designated today as Remember 727 Day.
Yes.
And Remember 727 is a day to honor Korean War veterans. So it's kind of a day to honor them.
I like to tell you real quick that my husband thought he was going on vacation when we were trying to get the signatures, and we were still waiting for the senators to sign on the legislation, and I took him to Washington, D.C. to help me walk the halls of D.C. to make sure we got that signature. So thank you, Edwin. I love you. There he is.
Speak of the devil. But speaking of our Borinqueños, these are some. There are some inside, but I just want to say hello, everybody. But he's the oldest veteran I have met so far in all 31 states. What?
Younger.
Oh, sorry, 99 years young. What is your secret?
Why is she yelling?
If I tell you, I love you.
Oh, okay. I'll give you another hug and a kiss. How's that?
There you go.
Yeah. So what is your secret?
That's it.
Oh. So The secret to longevity is giving a lot of hugs and kisses and be nice. Okay. Okay, so hug and a kiss.
Arroz con pollo.
Well, we are in the city of Kissimmee, so we gotta kiss me a lot, you know?
But no kissy all the time, you know.
You want to join the picture there,
Oh,
please?
I'll be right there because I have one more, and I am
He's
looking.
97, I'm 96.
Oh, I know.
Hey, Mama.
Oh, are you going to be in the picture? Because I'm going.
Yeah,
Real quick.
Oh, okay, I'll be right back. No,
I want you in the picture,
I'll be
please.
right
No,
back.
déjate que
Okay, so I am going to take you to the Korean War Memorial
Ven, Mama.
over there.
Mama.
I mean, museum, the part of the museum. And the perfect person to tell us about it is the director of the museum. And I am so happy because this is it, right?
No,
This is
this
the
is Korean.
section. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. It's small, but it has a lot of important artifacts. Let's start with the Borinqueniers. So, can you tell us a little bit about the significance of having this as part of the museum? By the way, I just heard that you volunteer.
I'm a volunteer, yes.
That is very
Yeah, I've been a
surprising.
volunteer director since, let's see, I took over director in 2007, so I've been the volunteer director the whole time.
Are you related to a Borinquenier in any way?
No, I'm a retired Navy man, and but when I took over the museum, we kind of got into it, and I started reading some history and everything, and when the Congressional Gold Medal Committee approached me about helping, then I was more than happy to do that.
You know what? I think there are so many patriots out there, hidden heroes out there. And thank you so much. I mean, look at this. It has the 65th Infantry Regiment, which of course, the Borinqueniers. They suffered one of the greatest casualties in the Korean War, and they have been known to be one of the fiercest fighters. And again, they're the only ones in the entire war that, as a unit, received the Congressional Gold Medal, which is the highest honor that you could give to a military. So here's some artifacts here and pictures. Ooh, war in Korea. Hey, I didn't. Oh, this is kind of
Yes.
cool.
This not only reflects your Borinqueniers, but this reflects all the men and women that served in Korea.
Okay.
And that's why our museum is designed. We, instead of making about individual services and stuff like that, we made it about individual conflicts.
Oh, wonderful.
And
And of course, that's the National Korean War
Yes.
Monument, and we're trying to add the Wall of Remembrance to that monument
Yes.
over there.
yes, I'm looking forward to
Yes.
that.
And this is the sign for Puerto Rico, the 65th Infantry.
65th Infantry. And
Wow.
that's on the hat back here too.
Yes, and I do want to just point this one out because this is kind of what the Korean War veterans fought and earned. The freedom for South Korea here, as you can see, the stark contrast between North and South, well, I'm hoping that this light that was shed in South Korea now will expand to the entire peninsula
We hope
because
so, yes.
yes, because peace will take place. We keep fighting for it. Hey, there he is, Uncle Nelson. And I call him my uncle because he has. No. Oh no, he's gonna get something. But he has spent the entire day with me. He picked me up in the morning at 9:15, and it's about like 5 something right now. So he pretty much has been helping to organize everything that took place today. But he's also a son of a Borinquenier, and he also is a 2nd Infantry DMZ veteran, as well as his 2 children are also in the forces. So 3 generations of military service. And ta-da! That
This is my father,
Very good.
Juan Ramon Gonzalez Morales. He served with the 65th Infantry Regiment with Company L from 1952 to 53. And I'm humble and appreciate your time here to honor all the Borinqueniers and all the service members in the service and in Korea?
Well, while you're catching your breath a little bit, I did. To me, it's very important. Not only because I went to San Juan myself, Puerto Rico, but again, we have to understand when the Puerto Ricans, the 65th, the Borinquen years, have distinguished themselves like this. In 1950, it was a time when, there was still, as a country, America, we were still growing as a country. There was still discrimination, and despite that, the Puerto Ricans, they really proved their patriotism and saluted the flag and answered the call. And I just find it extreme. I mean, the Korean War is called forgotten war, so not a lot of people know about the Korean War veterans as much as World War II and Vietnam War veterans. But here, within that small segment, people know even less about the Borinquen years. And so to me, it's extremely humbling for me to also meet the Borinquen years, because there's not too many left, first of all. Although I'm very glad to see the ones in Florida are young, and they're old, but they're living young, so I love that. But thank you so much for really the young generations and your generation to continue to remember. And I hope that everyone out there will be inspired to kind of do the same, to ask about their father's military service, their grandfather's military service. So, do you have like a story that maybe your father shared with you?
Really not. He was kind of quiet, in regards to the time he served in Korea, because it was difficult times that he served over there in Korea. So he was not the person that would tell me a little history about, about Korea, but he did inspire me to, like I said, to join into the service. I served in the Army. I served in Korea. I preserved the peace that was fought bravely by these Korean veterans. So, and that I take grand honor to preserve and promote that legacy.
Again, I just want to point out, his father fought in Korea. Uncle Nelson served in Korea as well as a DMZ vet, and his son was also based in Seoul. 3 generations, technically in a foreign land, defending the freedom and peace on the peninsula. Wow. So I could only say thank you 3 times. Thank you, gracias, and 감사합니다 in 3 different languages. So again, everyone, there was so much that I learned today, but please continue to follow me. This was a very special stop in my state, number 31, in the Sunshine State. The sun did shine very prettily today. I'm just here with a very humble and grateful heart, and I will be off to Nashville in Tennessee, my 32nd state tomorrow, in my 50 state, 70 city and 90-day journey across America to honor veterans and promote peace. Remember 77.org. Thank you.